감사합니다. Good morning. I'm sorry I can't speak Korean, so I'm going to need help. So my colleague Jisoo is going to help me translate my presentation into Korean language. First of all, thank you very much for coming today morning here for presentation. In next 20 minutes, I'm going to give you some information about e-commerce market in Southeast Asia and how Anchanto can help you to make the most out of the opportunity in Southeast Asia. So let me first start with introduction to my company called Anchanto. We are a company based in Singapore. We've been in a business for more than 11 years and we operate in 11 different markets around the world. One thing I would like to highlight here is that Anchanto is a very diverse and a very global mindset company, and we work with the local businesses in every country almost like a local company. Now, coming to the Anchanto products and value proposition, we work with logistics companies and online sellers in different markets. We work with logistics companies, we provide them multiple products as a suite of Anchanto product offering, as well as we also work with online sellers, brands and retailers. You will see that we have product offering right from parcel tracking to shipping, as well as warehouse and order management. Over the last 11 years, we've been working with major local, regional and global businesses. You will see here some of the logos of businesses that we work in different parts of the world. And one of the unique things to highlight about Anchanto is that over the last 11 years, 90% of investment in Anchanto came from our customers. Now, let me come to the core part of my presentation here, the insights that we want to share with you based upon our experience in different parts of the world. We really hope that based upon these insights, you will be able to make the most of the e-commerce opportunity in Southeast Asia. Okay, so e-commerce industry in Southeast Asia actually started in 2012. This is when the Rocket Internet set up their first venture in Southeast Asia. And today you will see that market has grown exponentially. There has been a big growth in the market. And as the four main insights you see here on the screen at the bottom, one thing that I would like to highlight to you is that e-commerce in Southeast Asia is still very young and evolving market. For example, Lazada, which is backed by Alibaba, was number one marketplace, but Shopee came later on and they became number one in the record time. One of the key differences that we see in Southeast Asia as compared to South Korea is Southeast Asia is a market where enablers, e-commerce service provider, really help brands and online sellers grow fast. This growth in the market is actually backed because there is a massive investment happening in e-commerce ecosystem in Southeast Asia. In many parts of the world, e-commerce is kind of stagnating, but you see in the graph on the left-hand side that 2018 was highest investment in the past. And again in 2021, it is more than 2018 investment happening in e-commerce businesses in Southeast Asia. And this investment is directly impacting the gross merchandise value. So you see the total e-commerce GMV in Southeast Asia continues to grow and it is expected to be more than 360 billion by 2025. This represents an extremely high growth market available to online sellers and logistics companies to start offering their services. And these trends are actually the one which are completely driving the adoption of e-commerce. Of course, these five trends or challenges, I would say, is also what is the main reason for the businesses for struggle and adoption to the new initiatives. This is also leading to different opportunities that are coming in Southeast Asia. So if you see now in Southeast Asia, e-commerce is evolving fast and there is a social commerce, there is a live commerce, there is a chat commerce, and of course omni-channel is prevalent. Live commerce is something very unique to Southeast Asia, and you might have seen that TikTok is extremely successful as an e-commerce channel in Indonesia. So using TikTok commerce, you can directly embed the shopping experience into the TikTok videos where people can buy your product directly from TikTok videos. Similarly, YouTube has launched a new service where you can create a video, upload it on YouTube, and the products that people are using in that video or people wearing that video, you can directly check out from the YouTube link. Because of this new modes of e-commerce in Southeast Asia, if you want to reach out to the customers on those channels, you have to be present and fully integrated. Now, let me come back to the second part of my presentation about how a South Korean businesses, online sellers, logistics companies can make the most out of opportunity in the market in Southeast Asia. Anchanto is present in South Korea for more than 3 years now. We have a team of experts based here in Seoul, and we have experience of working with South Korean businesses doing e-commerce here, but most importantly, venturing into Southeast Asia. In the interest of time, I'm going to share some main bullet points with you. I hope it will be useful. First and most important, Southeast Asia is a huge market. It is almost the 10 times more shoppers in Southeast Asia as compared to shoppers in South Korea. Markets like, for example, Indonesia, which is almost close to 200 million plus population, represents a huge opportunity. And markets like Thailand represents a huge opportunity for cosmetic businesses. Thailand has the highest cosmetics consumption in Southeast Asia. While Southeast Asia combined is a big market, but if you look in detail, those are multiple markets with multiple languages, multiple currencies, and different trade restrictions. Coming now to the summary of the points into 5 points, how businesses can leverage, avoid mistakes, and make most of the opportunity in Southeast Asia. Most importantly in Southeast Asia is that you have to figure out your logistics, end-to-end solutions, and a good customer experience. The channels, for example, you're familiar here, channels like Kakao and Never, there are similar channels that are also present in Southeast Asia. And one key aspect of Southeast Asia is that it is a very fragmented market. So for example, in Indonesia, there are 10 marketplaces. So if you want to sell to your consumers, you have to present on all the touch points. And to put together the summary of it, that the most successful business that we see from South Korea in Southeast Asia, number one is that they have end-to-end service. If you just provide one part of it and you do not provide the other parts, if you're not fully integrated into the entire ecosystem, you miss out on the market. You have to also keep in mind the consumer experience as well as the satisfaction in Southeast Asia is very difficult to achieve.
네, 마지막으로 저희 안찬토 솔루션에 대해서 좀 간략히 소개를 드리도록 하겠습니다. 저희는 B2C eCommerce 솔루션에 굉장히 특화된 기업이고요. 여기 보시면 7개의 솔루션이 있습니다. 그래서 첫 번째 솔루션 같은 경우는 이제 온라인에서 발생하는 주문을 통합해서 처리할 수 있는 오더 매니지먼트 시스템이고요. 저희 솔루션 같은 경우는 여러 플랫폼하고 특히 글로벌 플랫폼하고 연동이 되어 있기 때문에 글로벌 판매를 계획 중이시거나 그렇게 판매를 확장하시려면 저희 오더 매니지먼트 시스템을 쓰시면 굉장히 하나의 통합된 솔루션에서 여러 개의 플랫폼에서 발생하는 주문 처리, 재고 처리, 그리고 물류 처리까지 한 번에 하실 수 있습니다. 웨어하우스 매니지먼트 시스템 같은 경우에도 어떤 솔루션들은 B2B 솔루션에 좀 특화가 되어 있는데요. 저희는 B2B뿐만 아니라 B2C까지 그리고 굉장히 많은 상품 수와 굉장히 많은 주문량을 효율적으로 처리할 수 있는 웨어하우스 매니지먼트 시스템까지 제공을 하고 있습니다. 다음으로 파셀 트래킹 부분이 있습니다. eCommerce 오더 같은 경우는 이제 한 번에 굉장히 많은 주문들이 발생을 하게 되는데요. 그런 주문들의 어떻게 배송물이 제대로 진행이 되고 있는지 아니면 어떤 부분에서 좀 막혀 있는지 만약에 배송이 딜레이가 된다고 하면 얼마나 딜레이가 될 수 있는지 그런 부분들에 대해서 저희가 미리 좀 알려드리고 실시간으로 모니터링할 수 있는 그런 기능들을 또 제공하고 있고요. 디지털 카탈로그 같은 경우에도 여러 가지 플랫폼에서 판매를 하시기 때문에 그럴 때는 이제 굉장히 여러 플랫폼을 옮겨 다니면서 이제 업데이트를 하시고 하셔야 되는데 저희 솔루션 하나로 통합을 하시면 하나의 통합된 솔루션에서 전체 글로벌 마켓플레이스에 대한 상품 정보를 업데이트하고 특히 프로모션 등이나 이런 특별한 오케이셔널리 발생하는 부분들에 대해서도 굉장히 빨리 업데이트할 수 있는 그런 부분들이 있습니다. 인터그레이션 플랫폼 같은 경우는 대형 기업들에서는 이제 자사의 플랫폼에 그 오더 정보 아니면 재고 정보들만 필요로 하실 수 있는데요. 예, 그럴 때 저희가 API를 열어드리고 그 필요한 정보들만 가져가실 수 있도록 그런 API 연동 서비스도 인터그레이션 플랫폼 서비스도 제공을 하고 있습니다. 그리고 디지털 셰프 프로덕트가 있는데요. 디지털 셰프 같은 경우는 이제 경쟁이 굉장히 좀 심화되면서 경쟁사의 상품이 어떻게 가격을 변동을 하고 어떤 프로모션을 진행을 하고 특히나 뭐 별점, 그리고 고객들의 피드백 이런 부분들을 좀 트래킹할 수 있는 그런 부분은 하나의 플랫폼에서 굉장히 빠르고 쉽게 알 수 있는 애널리틱 플랫폼으로 보시면 되겠습니다. 그리고 컨트롤 타워 같은 경우도 이커머스 비즈니스를 진행하시면서 굉장히 여러 부분들이 있는데요. 뭐 재고가 처리돼야 되고 주문이 실시간으로 처리가 돼야 되고 파슬 트래킹 같은 경우 배송이 어떻게 진행되고 있는지 그리고 또 SAP나 백엔드 시스템과 연동이 되었을 때 그런 부분들을 이 여러 플랫폼에서 이게 옮겨다니면서 확인을 하셔야 되는데 저희 컨트롤 타워는 이런 부분들을 하나의 플랫폼에서 쉽고 빠르게 확인할 수 있는 그런 솔루션들을 제공 중에 있습니다.
We as a company, we are a technology player and we work with multiple businesses across the world for them to enable their e-commerce operations and scale it. We work with companies, very familiar names maybe for you, companies like LX Panthers. We work with Amore Pacific in Southeast Asia. Thank you very much for your time. I know it was not easy to translate in English and same time in Korean, but I hope we did a good job.
감사합니다.
Thank you very much. 감사합니다.